Hello, my people. Welcome back to another week. It's Dahlia.
And Nicole.
And this is Quiche My Oops. So we can't say that word today because we have a special guest. Nicole, would you like to introduce our special guests?
Yeah, do you want to say? Say your name. Say hi, I'm...
Mommy.
Aidan.
Mommy.
So we have a special guest today named Judee, and she brought her son. So we're going to be on our best behavior.
Which is hard. I'm just letting you know, Judee.
It's fine.
But his name is Aidan, so you might hear him a little bit. I don't know if he's going to chime in. He's a little shy. But...
You know.
Yeah,
we always need a little one to remind us that we have to behave.
Yeah, to behave. So Judee is somebody that I work with now. Turns out she actually worked at Balud Sood, which we never worked together.
Oh, wow. Danielle alum.
We never worked together, but she
Hey.
did work underneath the woman who I replaced. So we worked with people. She worked with Travis, with Mary. She knows a lot of the people that I worked with. But we work together now.
Small world.
Small world. She's obviously a woman in the kitchen.
Woo woo!
And
Another one!
there's a lot I want to talk about with her today, and I'm going to let her introduce herself a little bit. But my biggest thing is that she worked for Masa, and she's one of the only female chefs, who was able to touch the sushi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is just... Sushi's my favorite thing. I've been obsessed with it. I love it. But I know how hard it is for a woman to be in a Japanese kitchen. So, yeah, Judee.
Yeah, my name is Judee. I'm actually glad, that I got invited to this podcast because I've never been in a podcast like interview. So this is something
Welcome.
Thank you. Very interesting for me to see and like just talk about like with you guys and we're all chefs, so that's why I was like I'm very interested in coming in here and talk about like just the industry and being a chef. So yeah, I mean I've been a chef for like I would say 8-9 years now.
Wow.
Where did you learn how to cook? Or why did you become a chef?
Well, that's not actually it was not actually my choice, to be honest.
Okay.
But I started cooking when I was 4 because both of my parents from the Philippines. I was actually born and raised there. We live in a farm, so all the produce and all like the stuff that we eat when I was little.
Where was the farm?
In the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Like north of Philippines.
Oh, wow.
The town is called Tarlac City, so it's like up north. Yeah, but it's a little like province where we grew like fresh vegetables in the backyard, and my mom would like say, hey, like grab sweet potatoes in the backyard.
How many people lived in that town?
Very, very small community.
Yeah.
So
And was it just you on the farm, or were there other families sharing one farm?
there's other families that shares the farm. There's also like fish ponds, and
Oh my God,
So,
that sounds beautiful.
I grew up, living there, and
Oh.
thank you. And yeah, I mean, so that's when I love to start cooking because my dad and my mom loves to cook, and the whole entire family. And my dad is actually his dad worked for a very famous political icon in Philippines. I forgot his name, but his dad worked for that family as a chef.
Oh, wow.
So
So your whole family chefs.
Well, they
To
cooked.
a degree.
just the grandfather, but
Yeah.
I've never met him because
Oh, okay.
passed away. But that's when my parents in the kitchen every time, and they're like, oh, like I'm watching, when you're small, you like really want to like look into it, and then that's when I fell in love in cooking. But I really want to be an architect, but I didn't.
Did you go to
My
school
dad
for
did-
architecture?
Culinary.
Oh, you went
Okay,
to
you
school
went
for
to-
culinary.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
passed to be an architect, but my dad was like, no, you're going on culinary. I was like, all right, I guess.
You're like, I guess.
I guess. And then, my first like 2 years, I didn't actually like to cook because I was like, no, that's not my passion.
Mhm.
Where
I really
did you
wanna
start?
design
When you
and-
said the first 2 years, was that in a restaurant or
No,
in culinary school?
During my college years. So I'm like going to school. I'm like, oh, this is not really what I want, but I'm here. I might as well, like get it and
Yeah.
fall in love with it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the tuition fee there in Philippines is really expensive for culinary school.
Oh,
Same
wow,
here, like
really?
CIA and
Yeah.
When did you
Johnson
move
Wales.
here?
8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you had been here longer.
I did an internship. Actually, 10 now. I would say. I forgot. 20. I was 20 when I moved here.
From the Philippines?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, 10 years because I'm 31 now. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's the most famous dish of the Philippines? I had a friend in elementary school who was from the Philippines, and I just know they were so much. It was great because she just moved directly from the Philippines, and I think her first friend, and she wasn't able to go anywhere on the weekend. She was always doing yard work with her family, and I just was
typical.
like, very. I've heard that's
typical.
very typical.
Yeah.
Because she even lived in my neighborhood, and I would go by, and she would say hi, but she couldn't ever. She was just always with her family.
Yeah.
And the food that she would bring her lunch every day to school, and it was so good, but I just didn't know what any of it was.
Do you remember what it is?
I mean, no, I don't remember now.
Maybe
because
some
I was
hot
young.
dog or rice with eggs.
So I actually
typical.
wanted to ask you, have you obviously you heard of Jollibee?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you-
How do you like it?
Well, obviously, growing up,
Yeah.
like, Jollibee is obviously like kind of like our McDonald's, right?
I
Yeah.
don't even know what Jollibee is.
I have to take you there.
Yeah.
There's
There's
here?
one in Jersey.
Yeah.
That just
No,
opened
there's
up.
actually one in 42nd Street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Times Square.
So what is it?
It's like a fast food
But they
McDonald's,
but for an American
fried
it's
chicken.
weird.
They serve it with spaghetti. So it's fried chicken,
That sounds like
spaghetti,
Skyline Chili
and
like
gravy. So it's very famous. Not actually, it's funny. In my town now, where I grew up, they have a Jollibee.
Oh, wow.
So it's like it's growing. Actually, not.
But did it start? I'm trying to see if it started out in the Philippines.
Yes,
It did.
It did. Yeah.
And then
now
it
it's
ca-
international.
Now it's yeah.
So
But you've seen it before because it's this like little red guy,
it's actually a bee.
a little
character,
bee.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's fried chicken, spaghetti with
He
just the
likes-
tomato sauce.
Aiden, you like Jollibee, right?
And then there's that dessert which is like the mango pineapple.
You like that? I like that too.
I liked it.
That's
I-
something
I've
new.
never even heard of it.
That's something new too to their menu.
it's a mango peach little
But,
apple it's like an apple strudel, but it's like mango peach inside. It's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, I grew up eating Jollibee, but it's weird because in the Philippines, McDonald's has spaghetti and
Really?
yes,
because you
just
eat-
to compete with Jollibee, you know.
Oh, so do you?
Which one
you
is
don't-
better though? I want to know that. McDonald's or Jollibee?
McDonald's.
Their spaghetti's better?
Yes.
Wow.
I had no idea
It's so
McDonald's
weird.
sold spaghetti.
No,
That
they
is
do.
so weird.
Until now, I think, yeah.
Wow.
But that's how they compete. So
No, that's
Yeah.
good. I always like the difference of fast food place
It's-
like
I-
McDonald's.
I guess for Americans, it's weird
Yeah.
because like they're like, I'm eating fried chicken with
Spaghetti.
spaghetti.
I mean,
and
that's
gravy.
kind of like chicken parmesan, but
But yeah, I mean that's typical.
But when
But
when
that's
you mean by
typical of-
gravy, you mean tomato sauce.
No gravy,
Okay, yeah, okay.
like brown gravy.
well, I know some people they
Yeah.
call tomato sauce gravy, so that was like, and
Yeah.
don't they do that in Jersey?
It's a Jersey Long Island thing.
Ew.
New York.
That's something.
It's called gravy, but it's tomato
Yeah.
sauce.
But yeah, it's real.
So where was your first job out of culinary school?
my first job? It's in Florida,
Oh wow.
in Jacksonville. Yes,
Where in Jacksonville? Or what? What was the restaurant? What kind of food?
it's a hotel. It's
Okay.
I work for One Ocean Hotel, so it's like a 4-star diamond hotel by the beach, literally at Jack's Beach. So I did an internship there, and yeah, that was my first real job. I've never
So
had,
from the
after-
Philippines you went straight to Florida to do the
yes,
internship.
when I graduated, I took a little break. Like I really surf, and just that's all I did. And then my dad was like, "I think you have to do something fun in your life." You know.
Oh.
And yeah, I landed in Florida. Actually, I have a choice: Utah. I think it's Sagamore, upstate New York.
Okay.
Or Florida. And I was like, "Oh, Florida! I could surf." So yeah, I picked Florida.
Did you surf in Florida?
Yes.
Do you
okay.
surf in New York?
Where?
Out in Long Island.
Rockaway.
So
I don't.
I've heard people
never
surf
tried.
there, and I'm like just wondering if
I'm kind of scared. Actually.
Why? Because of the dirty water, or
No, it's.
Rockaway is beautiful.
yeah,
I've never been.
We're gonna go this summer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I've
we
never-
always have fun.
We always
every
go
time we
to.
We're gonna take Aiden to
I
the
was just there
beach.
2 weeks ago. We went to by the shore.
Asbury Park?
No, Seven Presidents.
Oh,
Beach.
okay.
So
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's in
You like-
Jersey.
Oh, it's
I
Jersey.
grew up there, so I know.
just the way that the beach is like formed,
Yeah,
it's like, you know,
it's nice.
yeah, it's nice.
It's quiet. Seven Presidents
Yeah.
is quiet.
Exactly.
So you're a surfer.
It's like it's like a family.
yeah.
You know.
And-
She's a surfer, a golfer. She has lots of hobbies.
Yes.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good because I feel like chefs
Play
don't have
table
hobbies.
tennis. Actually, that's how I finished college. I played for the university that I.
You finished college, like you paid for college by competitions?
Scholarship, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So-
Which college did you go to?
College of Del Sal, Binio, in Manila.
Okay.
Yeah, I played for 3 years for my school, NCAA.
Wow. Aww.
Here, baby.
So we promised Aiden that if he was well behaved through this, that we would all go to the park. So he's looking forward to that after. Okay, so Judee, after Florida, how did you end up in New York?
All right.
That's how we met you.
backtrack.
So
So after I worked for One Ocean, I found a full-time job at a clubhouse, and that's where I fell in love golfing. I worked there for 3 years, and then I got bored after the third year. And I was just like, I feel like I want to go back.
clubhouse, like
It's
country club.
So it's
Like
a country club.
Okay.
TV Soccer is one of the best like golf course out there in the U.S. and it's like
In Florida?
In Florida.
Okay.
It's considered like Tiger Woods played there, and every year they do the Players Championship,
Oh,
which is one of the biggest like
Yeah.
golf.
So you guys had to cater that.
Yes, and it's a lot of people. It's like 10,000 people.
Wow.
So yeah, I did for 3 years, and I got bored, and I was like, well, I was having a time of my life because I was playing golf for free, and yeah, everybody that I know that loves golf, they're like, you're crazy, like you work in one of the most pristine golf courses, you have to buy your clubs, and I was just like, all right, I surf, but I guess I'm gonna try golfing now. And
Wait, you were serving?
No, surf.
Oh, surf.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
So-
How did you get to serving?
Because a lot of the people there are like pro, they have a golf academy, and then I had friends over there, and then they just teach me. It's basically free for all.
Yeah, because golfing is expensive.
Yeah. So, and then I got bored after, like I said, after the third year, and I was just like, I feel like I want to go back to school again. And then that's when, actually my dream is obviously to work in New York City, but I was like, how am I going to do that? So,
Like money wise or mentally wise? Like
I would say both because, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I think the only way that I'm gonna do it because I heard about CIA, and then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, a lot of chefs or whatever, they go to like the finest school, CIA, Johnson and Wales.
yeah,
And I was like, but why would I do that again? Like, I already have my degree.
yeah,
You know, why would I go to school again? But I was like, in my mind, that I'm dedicated to go back to school again. Maybe there's something at CIA that
Yeah.
I never learned from Philippines,
Yeah.
where I studied. And I was like, all right. So I applied. I got some sort of scholarship again at CIA, and
nice.
I was like, maybe after this, then I can get a job full time in New York, right? You know,
It
I
brought you
heard
to New
about-
York.
Yeah, I heard about Michelin star, you know, all this. I was like,
Yeah,
and then yeah, I got lucky, and then there's a career fair for during the time that I was in school, and that's when I found out about Dynex. So
So you
That's
ended
how
up-
I find out about Dynex.
So
which is crazy.
did you choose Balloon Sud, or was that the opportunity that was given to you? Because Dynex, I don't know if our listeners know, it's the Restaurant Danielle group. There's
lot.
There's a lot. There's Singapore, there's Montreal, there's Toronto, London. I mean, not necessarily after COVID, but there was a lot of opportunity. And in New York, there's DB Bistro, Danielle,
Balloon
Balloon
Sud,
Sud, Bar Balloon, Epicerie. Like, you had a lot of options. So did you choose this one, or was this what was available?
Actually, I wasn't looking for. I applied because I had to do a homework at CIA, and then I just brought all my resumes to whatever.
Yeah, you brought like your 10 resumes and just gave it out. That's what I did.
I think they were the first ones that called me and say, hey, can you like come and do like a stage, and then I actually went to EMP.
Nice.
But I did.
Where
Yeah,
did
it
you
was
do your stage
EMP
at
and
Danielle, or for Dynex?
Sorry?
Where did you do your stage?
Bulutsu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they're one of the first ones that reached out to me, and then they invited me for a stage, and I literally trained to New York and did my stage, and I was like, this is something that I want to do. Like, why am I in school? So I explained to the chef, which is
Travis.
Chef Travis, yes, and I said, I'm still in school. Like, I don't know, like how I really want to work here because I've never seen a kitchen like that, like with the hustle, and I like the energy.
Yeah.
They're all like nice people, and they're like, just don't finish school, like just come work for us.
Well, because he knew you had already finished school once.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's such an encouraging person. He probably was like,
we all worked with him.
yeah, I worked with Travis, and so he was probably like,
he's one
why?
of the best, yes.
Yes.
And
You already know.
I didn't actually like second guess myself. I was like, this is something that I really want to do, and
Who was paying for school?
I was paying for.
Yeah, so
Wow.
bye.
Yes. So yeah. And
It's not like you had someone
How
else
many
paying.
years of school were you at?
I didn't finish it.
So it was just not even one
Like,
year.
I think it's like 2 semesters.
Oh wow.
CIA. And
But
then-
did you learn anything? Like,
Yes,
did you feel like you
yes.
learned a lot while being there?
I was working inside the school, like a cooking assistant
Oh okay.
for all the chefs.
Yeah.
So I have to work after school, and then I've learned a lot. I would say.
I think because you
two
had like a
semesters.
different mentality going in, because you're like, I actually want to
It's
learn.
pretty fun because it's something that it's different.
Yeah.
Like, compared to Philippines, and then you meet like different like cultures inside, like.
Yeah, because the CIA, they have a
And it's big.
ton of different cultures.
Yeah, it's
People
big.
would travel from all over the world to go to school there.
And then we have to party, and I was like, wow, this is really fun. But
You got the American college.
We did a lot of. I met a lot of awesome people when I was there.
Nice.
So-
And you still keep in contact with some of them?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So then you got to Balloon Sud. How long were you there?
I can't even remember. I would say
Because when I first met Judee, and I'm just gonna say this, it seemed like she knew
No.
everything about Dynex. She was like, "Oh yeah, you came from Dynex. I know that like you're gonna be good." Or, "Oh, you know this person, you know that person." It was like there are people who have worked at Restaurant Danielle for 10 years and they don't even know how much Judee was telling me. And like I knew because my position was unique, but I felt like she paid more attention to things.
Mm-hmm.
Or you had a lot of contacts. But like, why do you think that is? How is it that you knew so much?
Wait,
Just-
how many years were you there for?
I think it's like almost a year something.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like we work with
I
someone
didn't-
now who said
Yeah.
she's only been to one of the other restaurants, and that's DBGBDC.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have been with the company for 6 years, and you,
It feels
you don't
like
even
forever.
know anything.
Yeah, it feels like forever, but like the way that we got mentored by Chef Travis, it's always like a hustle. It's always like he would really like teach you until you finally realize that it's for the better of you being a cook. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, hey, I
not
want to
just-
say yelling, but more of like mentoring you to become successful.
And
Yeah.
for him, it's like he's not like, hey, I'm not telling you to do this because I just feel
wanna
like
yell
it.
at you, yeah.
He's like, I'm telling you to do this because it's gonna make you a better chef.
Exactly. And
A lot of
I
people
have
don't get that,
so
but-
much like energy and I have so much dedication that like I said, like I really want to work for that group because just the environment and how dedicated I am, it brought me so much inspiration for myself to be a better chef.
So
you know?
that's when you realize, like, cooking's
Yes,
for
'cause,
me.
yeah, this is like something that I
This is your dream, not just
Correct.
your dad's.
yeah, and then like meeting like because at Balud Sud it's an open kitchen,
Yeah.
so every person that's like famous that come, we could see from the kitchen that you cook.
Yeah,
from.
you guys are like,
They're like, oh, it's Danny DeVito. yeah,
Which
but
is so nice because I did an event last night and Naomi Campbell was there and I didn't see her because I'm in the back
Yeah.
working in a
Yeah.
closet.
it's something
So
that
it's
I
nice.
will actually never forget, and that's when I realized that I really want to be in this industry. I know it's hard. Both of you are chefs, so.
I think it's a really easy
Yeah.
job.
I mean, yes, I wish we could say that all the time, but yeah, I mean, having a kid and doing this job is still.
oh, and
I don't know how I did it, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
So after Balud Sud, you went where?
After Balud Sud, let me see. I went back to Florida, I think, if I'm not
Why?
mistaken. I had to leave. I was actually, that was actually my, I wouldn't say, let me see. It's one of my toughest times in my life, I would say, because I was in the process of my divorce. And I told Chef Travis, I was like, I can't focus with my job. I love
Yeah.
my job, but I can't focus. I have to fix something in my life. And
Mhm.
actually, I'm being
It's okay.
kind of like after just like I can't. I love what I'm doing right now. Kind of teary eyed. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
What did he do? This guy we don't need to speak of.
I went back to fix my marriage, but it didn't work out. So that's when I said, I think I need some sort of break
Mhm.
because I can't move forward with what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And after, so yeah, he was in Florida, and I went back to TPC, where the
Yeah.
country club, and just for like, obviously they took me back, and they're like, yeah, like you're more than welcome to come back. Like, because
You're probably better than ever, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, like I work in New York, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, they're like super surprised, and I had to leave Travis, and he was actually like, like sad that I had to leave, and
Yeah, but
he's
he
like, "You know
understood.
what?"
I'm sure
Yeah,
he
he's
was like,
"You know what?
family
Like, when
first
you're
or
ready,
whatever.
Yeah.
when you're ready, like just come back." And I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna come back to New York, but in my head, I was like, I think I belong here, and
Yeah.
it's something that I put in my mind. I don't know how long the divorce is gonna take, but like I said, I'm coming back. Like I put that as my goal,
Yeah.
and I think I stayed there for like 5 months, and then it didn't really work out. And I mean, I finalized it, and I drove by myself with just my car to New York.
That's like what, 20 hours?
It's more than that because Jacksonville's south,
Yeah,
That's
right?
true.
It's
Yeah.
kind of far.
It's probably like 27.
I think I
total.
did like just gas stops. That's all I did, and I slept.
You
like,
just went straight?
Yeah.
And where did
Wow.
you come when you came back?
Oh.
You're right, Aiden? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I drove by myself, and it's funny. When I reached New York, I remember now. I went to the bar right in front of Sud.
Oh, the one in the corner?
Yes.
Yes, I know exactly what
I
you're talking
forgot
about.
the name now.
Me too.
I'm trying to remember.
Wait,
It's like
so
a
what's
tavern
right
or
in front?
something.
It's like I know, I've been there.
PJ Clark's.
Yes.
That's what it is.
I love that bar. But yeah, I had my drink. I was like, it's been a long drive.
I need a drink.
Where did you stay that night?
Where did I stay?
Did you have a
At my
hotel or a
friend's
friend?
house.
Okay. I was like,
Uh,
you slept in your car in New York? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
It
it
wouldn't
was,
surprise me.
I feel like after that, like, I told myself I'm ready to start a new journey and
Yeah.
go through.
Focus on yourself and just do
Yes, and I did, and then I found a job with Mark Forgione, so it's another chef that I will never forget in my career, and yeah, I was the junior turn on over
Okay.
there, so
it. Nice.
yeah.
At
That was
which
pretty
restaurant?
Mark Forgione. in
Oh,
Tribeca.
sorry. I thought you were
Yes,
just
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
And then after Mark Forgione.
After Mark Forgione, I moved to LA.
What? I thought
that
you
was
said
my life. Actually,
Wow.
yeah, I moved to LA. Like I said, I keep getting bored in my life, so like I was like, I'm such an adventurous person.
Yeah.
Like I
It sounds like it.
constantly do something fun and memorable, and because my dad taught me that.
Yeah.
It's like don't be scared, just do it.
Yeah.
I moved to LA. I worked for Curtis Stone,
Okay.
and then at Gwen, which is one of his newest restaurants. And then I opened Italy LA also.
Wow.
Yeah. I
That's
was there for
awesome.
2 years.
At Italy, LA,
2 years, yes.
and then after that,
Back to New York.
New York called and they're like,
Yes,
"Oh, Judee, we're waiting."
Actually, no. So my my son was actually in Jersey. It was very, very hard for me. So I was like, I don't think I can be separated with Aidan. And I started looking for jobs when I was still in LA. And I found Masa was actually hiring a Sue. So I was like, I don't think I could get a job there. It's a 3 Michelin star restaurant. Like I've never worked in a 3 Michelin star restaurant before.
Wait, in LA?
No,
Oh,
Oh, I was
New
like,
York.
wait,
Yeah.
that's confusing. Okay,
So,
because
I
he
was
doesn't
in
have one in
LA.
LA. It's only you were in LA. You applied at Masa in New
To
York.
go back to New York. So if I'm moving back, then I'll have a job.
How
Yeah.
old was Aidan at that time?
Yeah, where were you when Aidan was born?
I
Had him.
had him.
I know. You had him, but where? Like which restaurant?
Which
What
one?
time? What was the timeline? Because I
Oh,
feel like
LA.
when you were in LA, you had.
Driving to LA, I'm pregnant.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And you were
Oh.
listening to the serial killer.
Yes.
But your baby daddy, he was in New York or LA?
I met baby daddy in New York.
Oh, so you
Yes.
met him in New York, then you went to LA,
Yes.
and then you were like, I have to be in New
He
York.
moved with. We
With
actually
you?
moved. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And he's a
that's-
chef too.
He's a chef too.
So he
yes.
was like, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's my best friend.
Has he ever worked in New York before that?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
In
so-
Dallas, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, wow. Okay.
That's where I met.
Where did
John.
which restaurant?
Like best friends. Bar.
At Barbaloo.
Yeah.
Oh, so
okay.
shared kitchens pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah, the restaurant Barbaloo is downstairs and Baloo's downstairs, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's small.
it's intense. Yeah.
It's very intense.
I
Okay, so-
like it though. I like the
You do?
atmosphere because like you don't really have to work with them
But
for
it's-
like a period of the day.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, bye. I don't like you anymore.
You're like,
It's pretty fun. I had a lot of great memories there. I have to say.
yeah.
I mean, LA is fun too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like I miss the weather. Like not here, like
And the
in
surfing?
New York and
Yeah.
Jersey. It's like maybe
You don't
it
know the
rains
weather.
there like twice a year, if I'm not mistaken. But the weather is nice. That's what I miss in LA.
Yeah.
so when you got back to New York, you got the job at Masa.
I stage first actually.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in LA. And then I didn't expect that they were going to call me back. And then they said, I think we have a position for you. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, when you come back, you're going to meet with Chef Masa, just to be comfortable and speak with him. And I was like, I looked him up and I was like, yeah, he's legit. So I was just like, kind of scared and, I'm just like,
Excuse me, Mommy.
yes, Eden?
I want to see the video.
We have
How about after we see the video?
here. Thank you, Aiden.
Okay, so after you got the job, you had the meeting with Masa. What did he hire you as? What was your position?
I was just a sous chef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sous chef.
How was the meeting with
He
him?
has-
Were you very intimidated by him?
I would
I'm trying to
love to meet
remember.
Masa. I'm
I'm
just.
trying to remember my first meeting with him. I think it was my first day actually.
Yeah.
And it was something that I will not. Let me try to think. It's been a long time, so I'm trying to remember.
Did you, when you first met him, did you immediately click with him, or did you, was it
So-
awkward? Because,
I think it was kind of awkward. If the moment that I'm trying to remember actually. No, he didn't talk to me. He just said hi. I think like Stephanie.
does he
which
speak
is-
English, or is he?
He does. Yeah.
Is he
does.
fluent in English and Japanese?
And
Obviously Japanese,
Obviously.
Yes, but he's fluent in
Okay.
English. But I remember my first meeting. I think yes, it was my first day. And they said, "Oh, Chef Masa, this is Judee," and I was like, "Hi, Chef. How are you?" I'm very shy, right? So like after that, I was like, "This is something like." It's a different environment because
Yeah.
all of them are guys.
Okay.
All of them are
So
like.
you were like the female sous chef walking in.
So there's one female there. But
Okay.
She's a cook, right?
Okay.
And I asked all the people that worked there before, and they said, "Chef, you're actually the first female to hire as a sous chef here." I was like, "So your past like chefs, they're all like like guys, obviously." And you're like, "Yeah." So they're surprised that they hired a woman as
As a manager.
As a manager.
So why do you think they hired you as a manager? You don't know.
Well, because she's
I mean,
boss. What do you mean?
I know. So they probably trust and like they know like this person is capable in managing.
Yeah.
Because they're like.
Yeah, they're not
We
going to
need
just
some-
hire
yeah.
somebody.
We need
Or they could
somebody.
have promoted inside, but they didn't.
Correct. So, yeah, I was kind of like, how you say? I wouldn't say afraid, but more of like,
Like, oh my gosh.
oh my gosh,
Like they have high
what
standards
did
of you.
Like why?
Yeah.
What did I get myself into? This is a sushi restaurant. Like you work for a French kitchen, and then now, because the line is very different.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even
All
imagine.
What was the learning curve? Like,
It's
how?
like all the ingredients are in Japanese. I have to do the ordering, so I'm like I have
wow.
to learn the whole menu. So I'm like this. I'm like overwhelmed in my first like 2 months.
Yeah.
And does he have?
And Chef Masa wasn't talking to me at all. So I was like, am I doing a bad job? Like I have to focus and make sure,
Yeah.
And then obviously in my first like month, all the people that were been working there for like 10 years, 5 years, 6
Yeah.
years, they're like,
Who is this
who
girl?
is this girl trying to manage me? Like I know my job, right? And then I was like, you know what? In a kitchen, you have to gain your respect. It doesn't matter
It's
who
true.
you are.
It
It's
is
true.
true.
So that's when I started like, you know what? I need to prove myself to these people, for them to, for me to have respect, right? And I did. I memorized the whole menu, all Japanese, all that stuff. And that's when they started like, no, she's
They're like,
legit.
wow, she can do it.
Yeah, and they're comfortable, and every time that they need something, and at one point we got so busy that I started doing sushi. I'm like, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna learn it because I'm a sous chef here now.
Yeah.
And I did. I
And Masa, they were okay with you doing the sushi and the rice and everything, or
Yes.
was it like,
You have
no?
you have to. So I got trained by one of their lead sushi chefs to how to make the rice, because they won't give you recipes, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, why is there no recipes? This is weird. I'm like, do you guys have like a recipe book? They're like, no, chef, everything is here. I was like, what do you mean, in your brain? They're like, so they explained how the system works, and I kind of
Yeah.
understand, like, and then the sushi chef, actually they have like a separate saucier, which is one of the oldest like Japanese chef there. Once they start to give you recipes, right, they trust you. So that's when I was like, okay, now I'm starting to gain their respect, because they let me do all this, because it's separated. It's Masa and Bar Masa.
Okay.
But I handle both kitchens.
Okay.
So bar masa is like
It's like the a la carte.
kaiseki, or what is
It's
it's like a la carte?
Yeah, a la carte, and then the masa
That's
is the
considered
tasting.
no Michelin, that bar masa.
No.
Okay, and then
The bar
masa's
masa is
just
where-
like Bonner. There's the bar and there's
Correct, and
Yeah.
then you have the Masa, which is a 3 Michelin restaurant that they do. I wouldn't say. Should I say kaiseki? But it's all nigiris, like tasting menu. But yeah, he has a very, very high standard, and that's when I was like, this is something different that I needed to learn and adjust. And it took me about I would say 4 months to gain all their respect, and chef actually
which is
started-
not bad, by the way.
Yeah, Danielle
Like,
is at
that
least
would-
6 months.
like-
6 months just to be accepted as a cook.
Yeah.
like Chef Masa started to trust me. I'm on meetings because we have like a financial meeting every month. So they try to involve me on the meeting with the financials, and I think for the first 4 or 5 months that I was there, the food costs literally went down. The food cost was 20%. So he's like, wow, she's doing great. So I think that's when he said, okay, this girl can do it.
So
because
was there
at the
someone
end of the day, it's business, right? So it's I make sure that everybody takes break. I make sure nobody is on overtime. Because for me, if we're short, we're gonna work the line.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna give my cook 2 days off. I'll work six days. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I did. I covered stations, sushi station chef. I need a day off, and I did all that. And it's hard because I have my son also, but I'm working from 10 to sometimes 1 o'clock because I have to wait for the dishwashers to finish. And I dedicated myself because I know I work for one of the best, right? And even Chef Masa himself, when he does finish service, he waits for the dishwashers to finish also. So,
wow.
He's there from
He's
6
the first person there pretty much, and the
Correct.
last
And
person.
Yes.
So is there someone between you and Chef Masa, or he was your direct boss?
Chef Gerardo is my direct boss.
Okay.
But he handles Tetsu, which is one of his locations. So he's there I would say 3 times a month. But because when I started, they opened up Tetsu.
Okay.
So they were handling the new restaurant. So
Okay.
I was by myself with Chef Masa himself. So it was pretty intense. It's
What is
it's
Masa
weird.
like
It's
during-
it's funny because every time that he would yell everybody's there is quiet, right? In Japanese, Chinese, they
Yeah.
just put their head
Yeah.
down and work. So when you hear him screaming Judee or
Anything
George!
loud, yeah.
it's either A, you did something bad, or B, they need you to do something for him or whatever. But most of the time it's something a good news or something.
Like he
But
needs
very
something of you.
because he's a very detailed oriented man, and little things for Masa restaurant, if the cutting board is not polished, because it's $200,000 hinoki cutting board, obviously he'll freak out about it, right? So you have to literally every single thing that you don't see, he will notice. So if it's not done, it has to be done before service. It doesn't matter what it is. If the faucet is broken or something like that,
It
Yes.
needs to, yeah.
it needs to get fixed.
So what is he like during service? Is he calm and
He's very calm. Before service, he'll have his 20-minute meditation. He'll eat chocolates, or as for some, he likes sweets. So he'll just go in the office, do his thing, and then when service starts, he's ready to go.
like
with
when
all
the
his
first
whites.
people come in?
Correct. And then from there, I'll watch to Masa when we're busy. Because sometimes when we do 40 people, that's 40 tasting. It could get intense. And then Bar Masa on a Friday, Saturday night also can.
Are they
They're
different
busy.
location or it's the same?
It's
just
one whole
in-
line. They're connected. But
Okay.
It's one kitchen. So I have to run back and forth. And sometimes we don't have an expo. So it's very hard for me
navigate.
Yeah, but it was very challenging. It was really fun, but it's something different I've done as a chef, I think. So
Wow.
it's a different flow. I mean,
So why do
I
you
hope
think?
you guys can see how a Japanese kitchen works, but
Well, I even know just
the
going to
good thing
Japan is like your manners have to be completely different than how it is.
yes.
So
yes.
why, like, if you had to choose one, French or Japanese kitchen, what would you choose? Like, if you were to open a restaurant tomorrow, would you run your kitchen like a Japanese chef or like a French chef?
I actually
A Filipino chef.
This is
A Filipino, a
You guys will be very
female chef. That's what you would run it
You guys
like.
will be very surprised with my answer, but I think I'm gonna open something that's like, like I like Italian food, so it's more of like, because I enjoyed my time in Italy, LA, butchering like fish and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
I like Italian food actually. So
But
if
like,
I'm
how would the system
but I
go?
don't know. It's still gonna be the system for French kitchen. I
Oh,
have to
yeah?
say.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you like the yelling?
Yeah, I like that. I like the hustle, and I like those.
You like the pushing.
what
and
do we
the-
call it? No mercy. No mercy. I had to say.
Yeah.
I like that push. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pressure.
the pressure.
Even though I know a Japanese kitchen, it's a different kind of pressure.
Yes,
It's like it's
but
head down.
that is really I can't really put any words because it's something like, it's not like French kitchen, but like, no, you messed up. This is like, you messed up. You're like, you gotta like be fast and fix it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
same thing with French kitchen, but you don't want to wait until Chef Masa yells at you because it's gonna be the end of the world.
Yeah,
to happen.
but in a French restaurant, they just yell to yell because, and then you fix it right away. But
Yeah.
you don't want to get to the point where Masa yells because that's when it's.
Oh yeah,
The end of the world.
it's you don't want to see Chef Masa get mad.
Yes.
Wow.
It's
And how old is he? Like in his 60s now?
I think it's like late 60s if I'm not mistaken, but he's pretty strong still.
And he's
Like-
on the line every night,
Every day
every day.
he's there.
7 days a week, or it's open 6 days?
We're open 6 days. Yes.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wonder, and I think
Like,
Chef
can you
Danielle
guys
will be the
still do it when
same.
you're at 60s? I don't know. Like that's gonna be hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I
You
think there are
know?
definitely people like Chef Danielle. He's gonna be working till he's in his 90s. Like he's gonna be there the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
I
way
mean,
through.
I
but-
think, like I said, as long as you're dedicated and you love what you do, I don't think maybe Chef Masa until now because he loves. That's his baby. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he needs to keep. He probably built friendships all over New York, and not only in New York, but with Anthony Bourdain, all these famous chefs that
Yeah.
So there's this. I think if he lets go of Masa, that's kind of like him saying like I don't want
Be
to.
myself anymore,
Correct.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's actually I'm curious when I ask like questions with him because when I left Masa, like this famous words that he said to me, he was like, I've watched you grow in a small amount of time here. I really do appreciate your working for me, and I hope you can come back.
And how did you feel when he said that?
And
Wow.
he hugged me, and
Wow.
because I had to leave, I hurt my back.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what happened.
And I literally hurt my back, and I had to go to therapy.
Wow.
I fell, so not at work, but at home. So it's something like
You weren't able to
leaving-
do that, and you weren't able to give the amount of work that needed, the
Yeah.
job needed.
and then I was like, like am I gonna be able to if I come back, like is this something that I still want to do, and and for him to say like I'll wait for you until you're ready, it's like you actually want me to be here, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, good luck in your future career.
It's not like, see you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hire
So
someone
like I
else
said,
tomorrow.
it's like building like relationships with people that especially for working for a famous chef that everybody knows.
Yeah.
I think that's something big that I will never forget.
You sound
Forget
very
about the name.
gracious and
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not even like for me. I'm not the kind of person that oh, I work in a 3 Michelin star restaurant. Like I brag about it. No, it's more of like the relationship that I created with this people, this mentor that, you know, that I work for. Because it's like, that's something that you can never get it anywhere, or you can never like take back.
Do you still communicate with anyone from there?
Yeah, we still talk, so.
Nice.
Yeah. And Christmas, New Year, I'll send him like a little message and he'll respond back, so that's
nice.
you know, it's like, well, he never forgets about me. That's cool.
That's
you know?
nice. Have you been to eat there at Masa for dinner?
I think I have. It's a very expensive, but I mean, we eat the sushi after, so all like the leftover. If there's like leftover fish, they don't serve it the next day. Obviously, it's they get it every
day. They
fresh.
get fish fresh from Japan.
It's so the way it works is like twice. I think it's like twice or 3 times a week from Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, via air.
So and then anything that you have left over for the day, they just serve for you guys to eat because they don't want to waste
yes,
it.
correct. And also too, like, it's how you say, they pay so much money, right? So like, you don't want to serve like old fish. No.
Yeah.
So, but there's certain, like, if they butcher the other fillet, if it's not touched, they'll bring it to the bar masa team.
Okay.
For sushi lunch service.
Okay.
But they'll make sure that it gets utilized.
Yeah.
For the next day, so you don't waste anything.
So what's your favorite fish?
My favorite fish? Let me see.
For sushi.
For sushi, I like hamachi.
That's your favorite? That's my least favorite, I think.
Toro's good, but not all the time. I like hotate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hotate is scallop?
Scallop.
Yeah.
Yes. And ebi, watan ebi. That's good. I like those. Something simple.
And when you were working there, you were cleaning all of the fish and the seafood and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody, it's one of the most interesting too. When the fish comes, everybody participates. Everybody has a job. So when it comes, the boxes, right, we have to open it. I don't have to tell the crew because, like I said,
They
they've been
stop
there
what
forever.
they're doing and they just
They
go.
stop what they're doing, whatever it is. Everybody stops. Fish comes first. They pick it up. Everybody opens the boxes. Everybody grabs. Everybody knows how to butcher there. It's insane. They grab each fish, take it out.
Does everybody have, like, you get the tuna, you get this, you get
No,
that?
everybody's
whatever you
assigned.
pick up, they know.
They have an assigned like fish, like
For their station.
yeah, exactly. Somebody does the crab.
Wow.
Chef George does the mackerel. You know, I do all the scaling for the medai. So it's like everybody has their own station, and they'll set up like a long cutting board on the sink, and then after that, it's like a family. So after we finish, right? After we finish cleaning, that's all we take. Everybody like 1 hour break, just to relax. But like they know what they're doing there. Like their system is very good. So.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
everybody-
That
interesting.
sounds so cool.
Everybody's talented. Like, you know, here
Yeah.
and there you have like late people, but it wasn't hard to manage. It was hard in the beginning because I'm trying
The
to
respect
adjust
part.
how like I can't like yell at them because they're gonna be like, you're just new, like why are you telling me to do this?
Right.
But like I was quietly in my mind, you know, not being a friend, but more of like, you know, hey, I'm in charge. Like if this is wrong, if I know it's wrong, you have to listen to me. And they followed because I gained the respect, and I think that was something huge.
So after Masa, you left, unfortunately.
Yes.
I know where you are now. You're doing some research and development.
Yes.
What's that lifestyle change like? Do you see
big
yourself
time.
going? Do you see yourself going back into a 3 Michelin star restaurant, or do you like this life, or
I
what?
think I like this life
Yeah?
a lot because I get to spend time with Aidan, right? Yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I ask Aidan a question? Aidan, your mommy and daddy are both chefs, right?
They,
Yeah. Do they cook you good dinners?
yes.
Who cooks a better dinner, mommy or daddy?
Daddy stay with me. Mommy go to work.
I think that's the answer to your question. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, he likes daddy better.
Aw.
But
No, So yeah, I think that that's important. That's you have time with him now
Yes,
for once.
I have
finally.
time with him now because I mean I work from Monday to Friday and I never get to see him before because I'm really tired. But now it's like I would say it's more balanced now
Yeah.
because you know I can focus on him on my weekends. I mean you know obviously we all get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even though, like, yes, you're working technically less hours than if you were at Masa, but you're still working 10-hour days.
Yes. I mean, it's fun because, you know, you don't have to worry about like running a whole crew of, you know, I think that's, you know, it's like less stress. It's still, I wouldn't say stressful, but I try to make it, you know, in a job you have to make it fun for you not to get bored or like challenge yourself. Now it's like what I like about my new job now is it's making me think all the time. So it's something that before I don't
It's
read
more of
books,
an
I don't
instinct
write.
thing.
Yeah. So it's like I'm exercising my brain to actually be smarter, right?
Yeah.
I think. And
Instead
I
of
like
just your body. Before
Yeah.
it was a lot of like body and physical. Now
correct.
it's both.
Yeah, it's both. And then you have to write recipes and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So yeah, it's something new and it's something that I've never done before. So that's why I'm very
And you're enjoying the weekends off.
yeah. I'm enjoying I'm enjoying my time with my son, and that's something that you can. I mean, I think it's a win-win for me as a full-time chef and a full-time mom also.
And your boyfriend, John,
Yes.
your partner, he's a chef too. So your schedules, like
Yeah.
you're both working.
We just have to split the time. Like, it's okay that we don't get like day off together because that's a sacrifice that we have to do just for the kid. But other than that, like he'll ask for a day off just for us alone time. But most of the time, he takes care of the kid when he's off, and then I take care of the kid. Like today, when
Yeah.
I'm off, and then we just make sure that we spend time.
As much as you can with him.
Yeah, because I think that's the most important.
Well, if you need a babysitter, me and Nicole are.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Yeah. I love babysitting.
But
Always
We
fun.
love babies, so.
Aiden is a very good boy.
Yes, yes,
He's
he's
been
so
quiet. You've been
good.
quiet the whole time, bud.
I would have not been quiet if I was Aiden's age. I wasn't quiet at Aiden's age.
You're still not quiet.
Yeah, I was a monkey. I was very like jumping around. But I think we're about to hit into our segment of Munchbox.
Oh, lunchbox.
Yeah,
It's a
lunchbox.
lunchbox.
What? So it's when we have something that you try. Nicole, you don't have to go under the table. And she is. Be careful with the wires. So one of us surprises the other one with bringing something in, and we get to try it out.
Cool.
And Nicole's getting that right now.
Ooh, what is it, Aiden?
What do you
Wanna
think
ask,
it
You
is?
want to ask what it is?
So Aiden, what's your favorite thing to eat?
What's your favorite thing to eat, honey? Beef.
Beef.
Yes,
Like
like-
Wagyu beef?
No, he likes tofu house beef, right? So there's this restaurant that sells like the Korean short ribs.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying.
He is in love with that meat. So
Oh.
every time. There's a restaurant called Junyuk by my house. I would say like 10 minutes away.
Okay.
And every time we pass by, he goes, "Mommy, it's Kunyuk." He loves that place.
Oh no!
Aiden, what
So
are you
Nicole
seeing?
is back.
What is that?
So I'm back. I decided to do something sweet today because I thought that Aiden might be interested. It's mochi ice cream.
Mochi?
I chose a Japanese snack because I thought we would be talking a lot about masa.
Cool.
Do they have dessert at Masa?
They do have dessert at Masa.
Like
yes.
like
Not
what?
mochi though.
Probably not, but
They serve. We make this
you like mochi ice cream?
sorbet. It's like sorbet.
Okay.
Grapefruit sorbet. We
Okay.
would do like lemon sorbet. they call it how you say? I forgot the Japanese term already, but it's like fresh fruits. Fresh fruits that are seasonal. It's
Okay.
super simple, and then they serve it.
Do they get the fresh fruits from like Japan, or they get them from?
The pears we get upstate New York, I think, but it's like Sumo something. I forgot the brand already. It's been a long time. But they pre-order the pears. Sometimes it'll be like lychee.
Ooh,
You know what? Actually,
lychee.
there's a lot of like fresh fruits like in Chinatown that people don't know about. So sometimes I'll hop in if it's seasonal. I'll go there like lychee.
Like the
and
fresh
it's cheap.
lychee. Yeah.
So
Oh, I
they're
love.
really sweet.
All summer I get
So-
lychees for the beach.
When it's like lychee season, I'll just go to Chinatown and then grab that.
Yeah.
Masa likes something like assorted when it comes to like.
For fruit. I think fruit
Yes.
is a great dessert.
I think food, especially in the summer, it's my favorite.
Mmm.
So we're supposed to rate these and ask if we like them. So I want to hear from Aidan. Do you like it? You didn't even eat it, bud.
He doesn't like ice cream.
But it's so good. You want to try a bite?
He likes
So I don't like mochi.
sorbet.
No?
No.
Or popsicle, right, baby?
Yes. I have a popsicle.
You have a popsicle. Yes, you do.
I have a popsicle at home.
Yeah. What kind? What flavor?
Lemon, a new flavor. I bought from Walmart.
So you don't want to try the mochi ice cream?
I do. I tell you I'm good.
I love mochi. I like the chewy, the gummy, and this is green tea
I'm just
flavor.
eating because
Well,
like I have
I love
nowhere to
mochi.
put it.
You can put it here if you want.
No, it's okay.
Which is good. It's one of my favorite, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Only the powder is good for me. Yes. The one is on top of here.
Yeah.
I think I like mochi. I like the outside. I don't like the ice cream.
No?
But I went to the Japanese supermarket in Industry City,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. You
What's
guys.
the name?
I think it's called Japanese Village.
I don't know. I've never been. But I
Do you
like
know what I'm
Industry
talking
City.
about?
I've been there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's nice. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's small, but
It's small, but it's like a cool, like little.
yeah, I bought so much stuff. But
It's a little pricey, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I don't care. I was just buying things. And I bought a dessert, and I just like don't like red bean anything.
I don't
Like I don't.
My hubby likes red bean a lot. I just didn't like it. Even growing up, I don't like it.
Yeah, right.
Dude, you like red bean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do? Nicole, I think you put something on that powder.
Yeah. A little extra sugar
Makes
for
you
him.
laugh, right?
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up with Aidan's giggles here because he's been very good, and we promised him a trip to the park
Yeah.
after
So
this.
before the sun goes down, we gotta go.
Yeah. But thank you, Judee,
Thank
for
you.
coming.
That was fun.
Sorry that you got emotional there for a minute.
I
We
know,
didn't
it's okay.
expect that to happen, but I think it's good for people to know,
Yes.
you know, a little bit of everything
Yeah.
about what we go through.
Yeah, chefs aren't living a glamorous life.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it
I
looks
think-
like that on TV, it's not the life we live.
Exactly. And it's like something that I think, you know, for us, it's not, you know, when you get beat down for, you know, with your daily thing, what you do at work, I think sometimes you need a pause. You know?
Yeah.
It's very important in your.
Yeah, you need a break.
You need a
Which
break,
COVID was a break for me, which, you know,
that was
I
intense
didn't.
though.
Yeah, it wasn't a break though. Like it was so uncertain of everything. So.
Yeah, but it felt like a break that I didn't even know I needed.
For me, it's a blessing because I get to spend time with this little.
Yeah, you
little
get to spend
monkey over
so
here.
much time with this
A
little
lot.
monkey.
So yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
You like
Aw.
that? Yes. All right, guys. Well, thank you. We will see you
Thanks,
next
guys.
week
Thank
on.
you so much. That was awesome.
Aiden, you want to say anything?
Thank you.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.